Waka waka waka, what's up and welcome back. It is time for another FC Finch review, and today on my table we have the ever anticipated FT-48 Fans Toys Jive. Of course, we've seen my unboxing previously already of this figure, and now it is time for the full length review. By the way, link to that unboxing down in the description. Click it if you want to check it out. I play with some scissors and all that good stuff, and Dino Cat makes an appearance. He's actually right at my side right now. We can get a quick Dino Cat cameo, and there he is. All right, so speaking of the box, we're going to take a quick look at that before we even start the review. Again, just a quick breeze through as we've already seen it in the unboxing. Here we go. So there we have that nice art animation of Jive. That's such a cool looking picture on the side. On the back, if you want to read all his specs, there you go. Press pause. And then, of course, Jive on the other side. Box goes off to the side. Let's get a quick look. We'll put Mr. Jive back front and center. There we go on the camera. But first, let's get a quick look at the instructions. Again, just to read through. All kinds of throwing stuff today. So again, there we go. And of course, you know, Fans Toys, they also, I believe, on this, you can click this scan on here. Feel free to click it in. That'll lead you to their YouTube video, which they posted prior to the release of this figure. It gives you all, it'll show you how to transform it. You can also check out, I mean, I don't recommend following me, but you're welcome to. We'll make mistakes together. And of course, TM Reviews did a pretty good job. And if MGO ever gets one of these, he will of course be a good reference. Get a good look at the card real quick. That is a cool looking card. Again, as I said in one of my previous videos, I just don't ever look at the cards, but now since I'm doing reviews, I kind of have to. Bio on the back, pretty cool. So let's talk about Jive. This is Fans Toys, I believe their final 2022 release. As far as new releases go, and yeah, actually, I just got Sovereign a couple days ago, so I believe that's going to be their final reissue, and then on to the next year. So we're going to take a look at this guy. Of course, Jazz, one of my favorite characters, right up there with Grimlock and the big OP. So, of course, I've been psyched to get this guy and really psyched to present him to you. So let's take a quick look. There we go. That is such a nice face sculpt. I really love the face sculpt on this figure. In fact, one of the things that I love about what Fans Toys did here is they really, you can just check out the paint. Nice, beautiful blue paint. Nice paint there right on the thighs. I mean, a fully painted figure. So what we expect from Fans Toys. I'm not sure if these gray areas are painted on the shins. Not too worried about that. Beautiful coloring on the back. Got those nice martini stripes. Kind of stretching the line. And there's my QC Pass sticker. Woohoo! Nice transparent blue plastic for the windshields. I love that. I'm a huge fan. I think it gives it just the extra hint of color that it needs. Again, it's such a very as with most of Fans Toys releases this year, very vibrant use of colors here, and it gives the toy so much character. That's what I like about it. Talk about articulation, how this guy moves. His head can look all the way up. Well, does this. It can look down, but that's more for transformation. Spins all the way around. Got that nice hinge on the back there. Arms come all the way up. Now, real quick, I want to let you know something. So, if you watch other videos, you'll know that you have to kind of get this tab here. You can see that that's that white piece. That's tucked in. You will have to use a sponger to get that into a slot. It's very hard to see. It goes into a slot right there. So that is how you lock this arm in place. Now, what I recommend doing for the arm is it is on a ratchet, and I'm told, again, don't quote me on this, I'm told you can loosen these two screws. Yeah, on my copy, it gets kind of tight right on this side. This side seems to work a bit better. It's a little bit looser. So I may yet loosen the screws on this side of the arm. Has a nice swivel. Has what I believe is a single jointed elbow, but it does get you better than 90 degrees. And then, real quick, if we look, the hand is articulated. The trigger finger is on a separate hinge right here. Let me turn the light on so we can see that a bit better. The trigger finger is on a separate hinge, so he can do the his little okay. A-okay for Jazz. But again, so that is what they did with those hands. He does have a swivel at the waist, and he does have he does have quite an ab crunch as well. So very nice at the waist. All of these, except for the rear, I think. Nope, he's got them at the rear too. Yeah, they're just on a very tight hinge. Are they? Yeah, they are there. It's just on a very tight hinge. Oh, this one goes pretty good. So this opens up to the side, and of course opens up to the front, just like that. Legs go out all the way. He can do the splits. He can do kick all the way, actually a little bit better than 90. And he can do it. Let's put this up all the way to the back. He does get blocked by his little back end here. And then, of course, the knee. Nice rotation. Actually gets you a bit better than 90. Look at that. And then, of course, a toe tilt like that. And real quick, it does tell you to put to rotate these over. So you'll notice it goes back here and it can latch onto here. You can leave them unplugged. In fact, I've been doing that for a lot. I've been playing with this guy quite a bit because I absolutely love Jazz. You can leave that. He does get it, and if you do, he does get a nice toe tilt down. So again, you can just leave this here. I don't think it really hinders too much of anything for the figure. So that being that, not too bad there. And that's all for his articulatory skills. So one other thing before we move on to his accessories, I'd like to point out just a quick gimmick. You can open his rear hatch up, and then you have his doors here. Gotta watch. It's like sliding. There it is. There it is. Is it? No, it's gotta, you have to get, it's kind of hard. You gotta get this white piece under. There it is. And let's do it on the other side. And then his doors, you'll notice they tuck into a slot right there. Just pull them out, kind of keeps them in place. Pull it on the other side. And then we can close this back up. And so if you want, you give Jazz his look with the door wings. They kind of stay in place. I usually don't pose. If you watch my downbeat video, I usually don't pose Jazz with his door wings. I'm more of a fan of just the Sunbow cartoon. That I'm told this is how he looked in the comic. I think it's cool looking. I think he looks cool like that. I just don't pose him like that because my anal self will not let me betray the almighty G1 cartoon. So without further ado, let's get down to his accessories, and he comes with all the expected Jazz accessories. So he comes, of course, with his gun, and that is cast in a nice plastic, gray plastic, very cool looking. Got some nice molded details on the handle, and you can just open it up. He does have the tab towards the back here. So again, open the hand all the way up. You'll see he's got that little divot right there in the back of the hand. And you can just plug that in. And he holds that very firmly, so no arguments with that. He also comes with several faces, and this is one of the biggest features of the character that draw me to this particular figure. So so first off, he comes with, let's talk about the faces first before I show you the stage about. He comes with his smiling face. This is my personal favorite face. You've seen my downbeat video. You know I love these snickering faces. This is the essence of the Jazz character, in my opinion. And he also comes with his screaming face. Of course, I kind of refer to this as the well, crap face. I mean, it's not even really a scream. It's more just Jazz like, whatever. So again, I thought they really did a good job capturing the character essence. So what you do is, and keep in mind, this is a bit tight at first. You open up the head like this. Let me see if I can't bring it closer. And you'll just kind of twist. It's peg at the top. I believe this space is the tightest, so you just got, there we go. It comes out easier every single time. And you just plug it, you have the little peg at the top. You plug it in. You shut it down. Center it up real quick there. Oh, there it is. No, yeah. Okay, we're not going to mess with that. Anyway, there it is. And so that is how you change. Yeah, that is glorious in my opinion. That is my favorite face right there. So that's how you get his faces changed out. Let's also remove his gun real quick here, because Jazz also comes with his grappling hook. And this thing comes out. No, I'm not going to unravel it. I will post, you'll see him very shortly. I did a short segment of him hanging from my desk. He does hang 10 quite well. And what we're going to do here is you're going to open this back panel right there. Opens just all the way. And let's get his fist locked in there. Oh. It's not all the way in. Still not all the way in. There it is. Yes, that feels very businesslike. You'll notice how this attaches. This has two pegs down here, 2 pegs up here. You'll notice on the back of the grappling hook, it has 2 pegs down here, 2 pegs down here. And you can only go in one way. And I think I got it wrong. What do you know? All right, cool. Of course I did the wrong. And there goes. And that holds on quite firmly. In fact, for all the weight of this figure, and you'll see in just a minute, this holds it up quite well. Holds it up like a champ. And he does hang from his little grappling hook just fine. You can see him hanging. He's hanging from my little work desk, my bigger work desk. I can turn around. He's got like that kind of cool. There we go. Yeah, he'll just spin until he comes to a stop. But you can see he hangs from that just tiny. Kind of some really sweet dynamic poses. I don't remember if the Make Toys hung too much, but. So let's talk about some back attachments real quick. He does, of course, come with his launcher. Looks like, yeah, that looks like painted black plastic and a nice painted silver. That'll go right on his back. You'll notice he's got 2 tabs on each side. You have the little hook piece right here, and this hook will swivel, and it is ratcheted, so you can angle that any which way, and it'll stay in place. So let's get that on his back right here. There we go. And that's Jazz with his, or Jive, excuse me, with his launcher. Don't want the launcher, that's okay. We got speakers here, and again, I think Fans Toys, these are probably the best speakers I've seen. So cast in a nice metallic blue at the front, painted silver at the rear, and on this ball joint here, you'll notice they have the same white attachment piece as the cannon. So let's get his launcher off his back. Call it a cannon. I alternate between calling a cannon and a launcher. And how these get placed is the ball joint needs to be facing the outside. There we go. And let's get the other side. And there it is. So now, and you could just angle these any which way. Yeah, Jazz can blast some big, fat beats in robot mode. And that is absolutely awesome. It looks so good on him. I really love that nice metallic blue. Again, that is the Jazz I know and love. And for a quick comparison, there it is next to Make Toys Downbeat, in my opinion, the previous hot Jazz. I am not, I'll move the camera down a little bit. I am not going to do any comparisons videos. You can watch, I'm sure Bobby Skullface will do one. TM Reviews probably has one coming up. Let me center the camera here. I'm just not as talented as those two do a comparison. But in my opinion, and again, I've said before, I'm a Fans Toys fanboy. I do like Jive a lot more. Not personal bias against the company. Don't get me wrong, this is still a very good figure. I said this in my review and I mean it. If you have this and you're happy with it, don't feel compelled to move up. But for me personally, I think the Jive just brings out a lot more character. I love that you can see the head, the face a lot more. It's kind of mushed in here on Downbeat, and I think that especially with the paint, Jive just has a lot more vibrant colors that just really just really gives it a lot of character for me. Now, as previously stated, I am keeping both figures, and I'm not even doing the whole BS with the one in alt mode, one in root mode. I have both these figures. They are both on my shelf. One goes with figures that I don't like as much as this version, but I love this figure still. So again, both these figures have a prominent spot on my shelf and in my collection. So I'm not selling either one of them because this Downbeat is still a very good figure in my opinion. I just think that Jive pulls it off a bit more. Real quick, and I just want to get this out, where I think these two, where I think the Downbeat excels is Downbeat is a bit easier to get into poses. I like the way his joints move a lot more than Jive is. Jive, I think, looks better in the poses once you get him in the position. I think he pulls the look off a bit more. I think the more toned look kind of makes the pose look a bit better, more lifelike. Additionally, Downbeat is a lot more fun to transform versus Jive, which we'll see here in the next few minutes when I transform him. Jive takes a bit more work. I wouldn't say he's terrible, but it takes a bit more patience, bit more time to get him into the vehicle mode. And I'll show a comparison at the end. Once I get Jive all transformed, I'll have a comparison there. So again, that is Jive with Downbeat, Jazz and Jazz. So there it is in vehicle mode, and wow, what a beautiful, again, Jazz, he's I believe his alternate Earth mode is a Porsche 935 Martini Racing, and wow, just very cool how this all comes together, given the transformation. Again, lots of, kind of some weird angles, but all in all, I like the product. Got a little bit of a gap here. I'll probably have to fix that over time as I get more savvy with the transformation myself. I always see at the bottom, you can see his head, but it's all blacked. It's facing down, so nice, clean lower half. Really nice. Got some silver on the wheels there. Rubber tires. Very nice. Wheels are the tires are kind of skinny. I mean, granted, I know they're not going to be looking at the bottom of it too much, but this is a big racing car. I always expect some big fat racing slicks. Nice top. Love that deep blue, man. You just see it for days. Nice. Love the way the paint comes through. Got the spoiler on back, little exhaust tip detail back here. Cleans up really nice. Again, limited kibble. You can kind of see the knees protruding through the door there. Love that windshield. Nice blue transparent plastic. All in all, really superb vehicle mode. And there it is. And of course, what would vehicle mode be if we didn't have the gimmicks that attach to it? That's right. So first off, what we can do is we have the speakers, huzzah! They're making their comeback here, and how these attach. Everything goes on the wing right there. So everybody, everybody gives people that put wings on their cars crap. But you know what people can, with wings on their cars, can say now? They can say, "Can you put big speakers on the back of your car, sir? On the back of your wingless car, sir?" No, you can't. You just slide them back here. They go right into the little slot, just like you were sliding into the little latches earlier on the robot mode. And there you go. This 935 is gonna blast some big fat beats. Look at that. Oh, coming off the back there, coming off the back. I forgot. And there are ball joints. You could situate those however you please. Just remember, ball joint section needs to go on the outside, so keep that in mind. At least that's how they say to do it. So again, that is pretty cool. And additionally, let's take these off. I mean, you could suit them all up if you want to. You can give him his laser cannon or his missile launcher and just slot there. We're going to put that right. Hold on. Technical difficulties. We're going to put that right in the middle here, if we can ever get it to attach. And there it is. Perfect. And there is Jive with his missile launcher. But we are not done. We are not done, because his gun has these little peg holes, and you notice on the launcher you have a peg hole here. What? So we're gonna flip him around so you can see what I'm doing. And we're just gonna put the gun right on the peg hole right here. And there it is. Now we got some double trouble on the back of the wing. And you know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna fit it all up there, because you know what? Oh, come on. There we go. And there we go. So, don't ever tell Downbeat you don't, excuse me, don't tell Jive you don't like his music. He will be able to blast you one. So, personally, I prefer it all nice and clean. I do kind of like the speakers on there some of the time because it's animation representative, but me being the car geek that I am, let's get the camera focused, I just could stare at that beautiful 935 mode all day and not be upset. And for comparison, let's get it next to the Make Toys Downbeat. It's a key competitor in this game, and you can see wow, both of them honestly pull off the vehicle mode really nicely. They all kind of do it in their own little ways. Again, the wheels look a lot nicer with those spokes on the 935 for the Make Toys, but I feel I like the curvature a lot more on the Fans toys. I also like how there's very limited wheel gap on the Fans toys. You can see you got a little bit of a wheel gap up front here on the Make Toys. So again, that's one thing I do appreciate a bit more about the Fans toys. I honestly couldn't tell you which one I personally like better. They both look absolutely great given what they're trying to go for. So again, your mileage may vary, but overall, two very beautiful cars here. And if you just want to keep these in alternate mode all day, I would not blame you, because part of me is tempted to. So let's summarize, and I may get a little bit of flack for this, but I absolutely love this figure. In spite of the pin breaking, in spite of transformation not being the smoothest thing in the world, I still really like this figure. I think there's a whole ton of character put into it. I love the facial expressions. I love how visible the face is. I love the paint. Again, just very colorful, very vibrant. Pretty much a personification of jazz, and being my favorite character, this definitely has a prime spot on my shelf. I'm so excited to have it. Well worth the wait. And if you would like your own FT-48 Jive, feel free to hit up the Chosen Prime. I'll put their store name in my description. Since I can't put links yet, I'll figure out how to do that at some point. They got me my figure. That is where I got my figure. And thank you again for watching so much. Feel free to like and subscribe. If you feel I can do any better, leave a comment in the comment section. I will be sure to read and comment. Thank you so much for watching. I have been FC Finch. Good night.